You want your cornbread? I think I want your cornbread.
Haha, Dom the best. Finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga. Yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around, I'll bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitch with locks. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2 comes violent, first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone, I'm a charger, don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see your ass, you gon' leave airlift.
What's up, everybody? You already know, man. Kfrogtv back in the building. Y'all go ahead, man, do me that solid favor and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Y'all already know on this channel we talk about everything that's prison related, all the way from the county jail, juvenile programs, the detention center to the chain gang. For this video here, I'm gonna be telling y'all an incident that took place for a while, all right? And what I mean by that is it didn't just happen in one day, okay? It had a span on it. Like a couple of months, you know, I witnessed it with my own eyes. And what it was is, when you go to prison, you got all types of different characters in there, okay? You got some that are funny and goofy. You got some that are violent. You got ones that play around, that don't play around. You got ones that, you know, want to rob people. You got ones in there that fit the description of being robbed. You feel me? You got wolves. You got sheeps. You know, you got all types of different people inside of prison. So it's really up to you on what type of person you are throughout your bid. Okay? Now, you could be a wolf at one institution and get transferred to another place and they turn you into a sheep. That just means that the institution where you was a wolf at, there was no other wolves like you. Majority of them were sheeps, or you just weren't on the radar. All right? And then you go to an institution to where you are on the radar. You are targeted. You're on that platter. People want to make you deer meat. You feel me? They want what you have. Your cornbread look good. It looked better than the piece of cornbread they gave me, along with the other 2 that I got from the 2 people sitting at the table with me. So your 1 piece of cornbread looked tastier than my 3 pieces on my plate. You feel me? And some people want more than they can handle. They bite off more than they can chew. Now, what this is today that I'm going to be speaking on is, you know, someone was extorted over 1 tray, all right? And what I mean by that is the extortion started over a tray, all right? And I didn't know this at first, okay? This person I ended up meeting inside of the bathroom, you feel me, early in the morning when I was brushing my teeth. We were swapping sinks, like literally he was getting off the sink as I was going on to the sink. But what it was is everyone early in the morning's rushing. You know, people are trying to brush their mouth before they go to chow. So I was standing there waiting for a sink to open up. His sink's the one that opened. So he was like, here you go, bro. You know what I'm saying? Boom. I'm like, all right, bet that up. You know, that's how I first met him. We didn't chop up a conversation or nothing like that. But I guess it kind of opened the door to where he felt secure around me. He felt to where, you know, if he ever see me again on the compound, he could say, what's up? Or if he ever had a question to ask, he felt like he can ask me for it, I guess. I didn't treat him any type of way like the others do. You feel me? I wasn't like one of them people that preyed on him. You know what I'm saying? And tried to take advantage of him and treated him like shit, bullied him, none of that. Now, after I brushed my teeth and everything, probably a good 2 weeks later, is when he sparked the first conversation with me, all right? And it was just, he felt comfortable enough to be able to talk to me just, I guess, by the way that I, you know, responded over the sink situation. And I was inside the day room, which is the TV room inside of the open bay dorm. And I was looking on, they got a cork board, and they usually have like the lunch menu up there. The whole menu will be up there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's like a whole menu, food menu. They got like commissary lists, you know, all types of different shit up there. So I was actually on there looking to see how much a certain item cost. You feel me? Because, you know, you got homeboys in there and y'all go to arguing and talk about how much one thing goes for. And they be like, no, it ain't, man. It's this much, dumbass. No, it ain't, bro. You know how much you want to bet? Let's bet right now. Let's bet. I'll bet you a honey bun right now that a honey bun costs such and such. And then y'all go in there and you go looking on the list for real to see how much it costs. So I was in there looking at the list. He came in there and he was like, hey, have you ever had their oysters? Because they served oysters on the canteen. And I looked at him and I said, yeah, I had them before. I said, they all right, though. I'm not really a fan of them. He was like, oh, okay. He was like, yeah, man, you know me, I eat whatever I can get. You know, I eat whatever, you know, that I'm able to eat. So I'm like, fuck's that mean, you know? So I was like, oh, yeah? He's like, yeah. I said, oh, so what, you ate the oysters before? Or are you trying to buy oysters or something? What, I'm standing in your way? You want to look at the sign or something? And he was like, nah, man, I'm just sparking up a combo. I'm like, oh, all right. So little later on, you know, he started, you know, trying to chop up little different shit. Ran into him at the water fountain. Ran into him on the rec yard. I was walking and shit. He comes there. He wants to walk around with me. So I'm like, man, what is it he's got on his mind? What is it that he wants to keep coming around me, trying to open up conversations? What is his goal and mission? Like, what is he looking for, a friend? Is that his goal? Or is he looking to make it look like he knows me so people lay off him or whatever it is? Because I didn't know really anything about this dude yet. So as I'm walking around the rec yard, he came around trying to be friendly and shit. So I told him, I'm like, what's up with you, bro? And he was like, what do you mean? I said, I don't know, the last couple weeks, you know what I'm saying? You've been coming up to me on every corner, you know, and it seemed like you're trying to spark it up or something like that. You from where I'm from or something like that? You from Broward County or anything like that? Where you from in Florida? So I decided, you know, to show leniency and be cool with him also, you know, try to get to know him because he seems to want to get to know me. Feel me? I'm not no bully. I'm not no square, you know what I'm saying? I don't try to muscle shit. You feel me? I only feel good taking from people who take from people. You feel me? So as I tell him, I'm like, yeah, bro, you from Broward or anything like that? You been down that way? He like, nah, I'm from Cocoa Beach. I'm like, oh, okay, I heard of Cocoa Beach before. So then he go to telling me, he's like, yeah, this and that, blah, blah, blah. You know, me, I've been in here for some time now, whatever, and I ain't really got no friends. You know, it feels good to just talk to someone normal. I'm like, damn, he think Frog normal. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. You know, so, you know, I play a little distance from him, walked a couple laps around the track with him and shit, and that was about it. You feel me? I was like, all right, dude's lost. He just wants a friend. And I didn't know because he was being extorted, okay? And I found this out when we was in chow one day and I peeped him get his tray and go hand it to someone. And now I'm talking about someone that I never see him speak to. You know, like this dude doesn't really speak to nobody. You feel me? So he would get his tray and he'd go give it to the dude and walk out. And then it made me think, like, I ain't never seen him eat. Now that I thought about it, I'm like, I've never really ran into him in the chow hall that often. You know? And because what it is he's usually the first in there to get the tray, boom, drop it off to the dude and clear it back to the dorm. So once I seen him, you know, give the tray away like that, I was like, man, so I'm like, maybe he owes the dude or something. So then I started noticing, you know, he would be the first in line. Every time. I noticed for about a week straight that he literally got his tray, dropped it off to the same dude. So when I seen him in the dorm one day, I said, hey bro, check me out. So he's like, what's up? I said, hey, you hungry? He's like, I'm always hungry. I said, oh, you're always hungry? He's like, yeah. I said, oh, that chow was good today, ain't it? Just to see what he would say. He was like, yeah, it was all right. But I seen him get that shit away, you feel me? So I'm thinking like, man, what's up with dude, you feel me? I said, boy, I ate me 2 of them chickens today. You got you some chicken? He like, yeah, you feel me? It's okay. Really, he was trying to hide the fact that he gives his shit away. So I started doing my research, started asking people in the dorm and shit if they know anything about him. Why this dude always get his dude his tray and shit like that. Come to find out, he been giving him his tray for months. I'm talking about every single day. The only tray that he didn't give him was breakfast. So he got to eat his breakfast. But lunch and dinner, he gave to that dude. So I was like, damn, that's crazy. I'm like, what made him, you know, want his tray out of everybody else in the dorm? You know, you got 20-something people that don't even get up to go to chow. That I'm pretty sure, you know, would just get up. If they was cool with that person, they'd get up and go down there just to get their homeboy an extra tray. Like me, I didn't go to chow that often. I didn't have to. I ate right out of my locker and other people's lockers. You feel me? So, come to find out, I guess when the dude had, you know, first he did business with the dude first. And whatever it is he owed the dude a tray. And when he owed the dude the first tray, he didn't pay him like he should have. You feel me? Like, I don't know if he just decided not to, or he forgot, or whatever it was. I never figured that out. But he didn't pay the gentleman that he owed. You know, the first tray. The only tray he owed was one tray. So, that same dude he owed started extorting him. Started threatening what he would do to him. You know, what traumas would come. You know, consequences and repercussions because he didn't pay. And it gets crazier than that. The same dude who he actually owed that first tray to was no longer even there. He wasn't even in my dorm. He wasn't there no more at all. Like he got transferred or went home or something like that. So the dude that he's been paying was a homeboy of the guy he owed that one tray to. So he's seen an opportunity to prowl on the weak. And he decided to tell him, like, look, bro, ain't shit changed because he gone. You know what time it is. And it was going on for months. You feel me? So I'm like, man, that's kind of crazy, right? So, you know, I'm not nobody's, you know, war daddy. I'm not nobody's hero. I'm none of that. Especially if it's someone who ain't going to defend herself. If you ain't going to stick up for yourself, then you can't expect me to help you out, you know. Unless you got a real good spirit. And, you know, like if I know the person who's doing it to you and they're one of my homeboys, I'll tell them, man, fuck that, bro. Just dead that, bro. Don't even take his shit no more, bro. Bro, cool people, bro. On my face, just leave him alone, bro. Straight like that. You know, I've cleaned people's debts for them before. You know, I got a good heart. But I wanted this dude, you know, to man up. So I hollered at him. One day I acted like I was on the phone, which is the prison phone. He came walking back in from chow hall, wherever he came from. And when he walked in, I said, all right, hung the phone up when I really wasn't on it, just so I could fall in line behind him. I said, what's up, bro? What's going on? What you got going on? Tapped him on the shoulder and shit. He's like, nothing, what's up? I said, hey, man, check this out, dog. Let me talk to you in the day room real quick. So he comes in the day room. I said, here, look, check me out. I said, hey, I know you ain't been eating chow. You know what I'm saying? I know it ain't none of my business or anything like that. I said, but why you let this dude take advantage of you and take your shit? He's like, man, it ain't like that. And I said, look, man, I know more than you think I do. I know that man been taking your shit for a couple months. Well, better yet, you've been giving it to him for a couple months. All behind one tray. And he's like, man, it ain't over one tray. So I'm like, okay, then what's it over? He's like, I just want to be left alone. I said, oh, okay. So he ain't making you give it to him over the one tray, but you constantly give it to him because you feel like in the back of your mind it could lead to consequences or repercussions. He's like, yes. I just want to do my time and go home. I said, now look, you want me to tell the dude to stop taking your shit? He's like, no, I'm not going to eat it. I said, what you mean? You've been in here for months and the only thing you eat is breakfast? You only go to chow for breakfast. That's the only time you get to be at peace? Like, bro, you're tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally. It's different when you're not going to eat it than if you're hungry or if you're giving it to someone, you know, to leave you alone, to back up off you. You know, totally different. If you don't want to go to chow for a couple months, but for breakfast every time, people ain't going to look at you the same way that they look at you if you go to chow for a couple months, only eat breakfast, but you go to chow to give another person your tray. Literally. So I said, what, you want me to tell brother lay off you or no? He's like, nah, I don't want no problems. I don't want you to say nothing to him. I said, all right, bro. I said, I just wanted to come to you one-on-one, you feel me, and let you know, dog, like, you feel me, I could have, you know, prevented that shit from happening if it was really going down like that. And he was like, nah, man, this is just how I choose to do my time. I'm like, all right, you on your own then. And I walked up out of the day room. Okay? Now, I had to keep an eye on him a couple days after that, though. Because the way he was acting so skittish, and he dead ass didn't want me to say nothing to this inmate. You feel me? So I had to make sure he wasn't going to go over there and say something to the inmate and throw it on me. Feel me? Like, oh, this dude over here, man, trying to make me take the tray from you or whatever and this and that. You feel me? So, you know, I had to keep eyes on him, see how he carried it, how he was going to play it out. Shit was, secret was safe with me. I wasn't going to say nothing to the dude because at the end of the day, it would have just been me getting my nose in some business and trying to stick up for someone who ain't going to stick up for herself. Do not be like this person that I am telling you about, okay? I ran into someone like him also in the county jail before who ended up being my bunkie. And I've told this before in a video a long time ago. He used to give them shit And they'd walk off. And I'd be like, why you be giving them shit? Every time you hit canteen, he's like, I just give it to them so they'll go away. I'm like, man, that shit stops today, dog. Straight up. They'd come down there every time he gets his tray. They'd come down there and he'd stick it under the door and give it to them, certain things. And every day on canteen, he'd give them something. And he played friendly with them just so they would leave him alone. And that's what a lot of people do. Now, it's different if you're feeding someone you know, or one of your friends, or one of your homeboys, y'all rock together. You know, it's totally different than it is if you're feeding someone to leave you alone. Or you're feeding them because you're basically trying to tame them. You know what I'm saying? And I told my bunkie straight up in there, I said, oh, it ain't nothing. And when they came to get his shit, I was eating on the side of the door. I said, this me now, bro. You feel me? This me now, boy. That's all me, boy. And he was like, boy, that's crazy, dog. He just I said, shit, it is what it is, you feel me? And then I tell my bunkie, you can eat that shit if you want it. I don't want it. I just wanted him to, you know, respect my mind now. Because it's my house too now, this cell. You feel me? So I do good deeds here and there. But like I said, I'm not going to protect someone who don't want to be protected. You feel me? So at the same time, the dude in prison, he brought that shit amongst himself. And you're going to come across plenty of people like that. You know, they literally... They could get $100 a canteen in their account a week. That's how much you're allowed to get. Well, they'll be scared that people are going to take their shit, so they'll only get $25 in there a week on purpose. They literally won't drop the other 75. They'll only put 25 in there to be on the safe side, and then out of that 25, they'll go give away 15 of it, and they only have 10. Just so that way they're taming these people. So if anyone else other than the people that they're taming by bird feeding them, if any of them decide, you know, I'm hungry, bro. You know what it is, dog? I'm finna go take his shit. And they like, man, I'm tired of him giving me a little bit of items. I'm gonna go there and take it all. The other people that were being bird fed are gonna stick up and defend him. Because if y'all take his whole shit, then the other people ain't gonna get their little bit amount either. See what I'm saying? So, in all reality, it was all behind one tray. Because if he didn't owe that one dude a tray at all, and that dude didn't start extorting him, like, I guess the first dude was extorting him, like making him give him his trays. Like, okay, you don't want to pay me the tray you owe me? Oh, you forgot? It's all good. Well, now you give me your lunch and dinner every day until I say stop. And probably pulled a knife out on him, threatened him. Probably busted someone's head open in front of him just to show him it wasn't joking. Just to show him what he could do to him. And he was scared. You feel me? Then the other guy came into the picture and decided to keep that, you know, chain on that inmate's neck. Like, okay, just because he's gone, it ain't nothing. I hold the chain now. You feel me? Ain't shit changed. It's the same routine. But that dude probably was, you know, nicer about it. Who knows? The first guy could have been the one that said, look, bro, ain't nothing changed. You see my dog right here, my brother right here? You feel me? Since I'm leaving, bro, you make sure you give him the tray. He gonna make sure he gets his tray from you every day, twice a day. Ain't shit changed. You make sure you give it to him now. And then he'd be all scared, all right, and then just transfer it over to that guy. So after a while, he was so used to not eating lunch and dinner, and he was so used to just giving that shit away anyways, that in his mind, it done clicked in his mind to where it ain't over a tray with him. He's just so used to doing it. He's not gonna eat it anyways, and he just gives it to him. But like I said, if he wanted to got himself in that situation over that very first tray, then he never would have been being extorted from the first guy and then introduced to the second dude that was soon to be his master after him for a couple months. Prison is not the place to be, and I say this all the time, straight up, because you never know what your bid experience is going to be like at all. You never know. Now, if that dude would have been like, hell yeah, I want you to say something to him, bro. I would have been like, all right, well, look, I'm going to confront him. You don't worry about it. If he comes up to you again, you tell me. All right. Then it would have been, okay, say no more. I would have went up to him. Hey, bro, check me out real quick. And I would have been like, hey, look, dog. I know you've been taking bruh's trays right here for the last couple months, or he been paying them to you or whatever. But that shit stopped today, you feel me? He just lost a bet to me. And you were getting your shit free on the house. So, you know, since he lost that bet, you know what I'm saying, he got to pay me from now on. You see? Really, you ain't losing nothing. You feel me? Because he don't owe you nothing. That's what I would have told the dude. I would have tried to hit him with a little finesse like that first to make it look like that's the reason I'm getting my nose in the situation. Because he owe me now. And he was just giving you your shit. He don't owe you. Technically, he don't owe you. He's just comfortable with giving it to you. But now he owed me. And by me telling him that the dude owes me now, that would kind of like make him feel like, okay, well, he's obviously going to get involved if I don't stop taking the trays or stop accepting the trays because money's involved. He's being owed. So by him, you know, having to collect what someone owes him, he's definitely going to be there to make sure he gets what's right for him. You feel me? That's how he would have looked at it. I would have confronted the dude, but like I said, the other dude wasn't with it. He was literally like, please don't say nothing to the other dude. I don't want no problems. You see what I'm saying? So I had to like turn my shoulder on him. And then, you know, I continued to do my same shit I did with phones and serving and doing everything I had to do. And that dude was still in the dorm with me for about, I'd say 3.5, 4 more months after that. And I'd see him. Like I'd stay back from chow. I didn't go to chow. You know, I'd be on the phone and shit and I'd be watching, looking out the window. I'd see him go to chow. He'd be like the first one ready to go out the door, first one to come back. I'd be on the phone. I'd be looking out the window, seeing him come in. And it just hit me in my mind every time that I know what he just did. I know he just went and paid this dude off for no reason at all. And it's crazy because since I was like, you know, hustling in prison, I had people that worked in the kitchen that brought me stuff all the time, right? Check this out. I'm talking about not just on chicken day. I'm talking about big old styrofoams of chicken a la king, fucking, you know, all types of different shit. Meat and rice, yakisobe, you know, different shit. They'd always bring me different things, trying to get sacks of tunchi off me, trying to buy little bags of dope off me. They'd always bring different shit, bombs of rice, hot dog sandwiches, you know, patties and sausage sandwiches, eggs, like different things. So, you know, me, I really, you know, I didn't really want all that shit a lot of times. So what I would do to still find the kindness in my heart is I would give it to that dude because I knew he was hungry. Straight up. They'd come in, come on, man, I give you two lockdown trays, dog. Come on, bro, for a sack, bro. I'd be like, look, bro, I can't do nothing with them lockdown trays, bro. Even though a sack was only $3 to $5, depends on the drought. Feel me? I'd be like, bro, I can't take that, bro. That's $1.50 a tray, bro. I can go to G-Door, bro, and sell them for $2.50 a piece. Well, then go to G-Door, then. And then I make them feel like I'm doing them a favor. All right, bro, you know what? Fuck it, bro. Just because it's you, I got you, bro. Go ahead, leave them two right there by my feet, dog. I got you. And then, boom, I'd look in that bitch, might pick at some shit, you know what I'm saying? Just, oh, it has an apple in there or something, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? And I'd be like, yo. I'd be like, here, dog. Bought you a tray back. Big old swole, and I'd see him over there scarfing that shit. Scarfing it down. Like, I know he was hungry. You feel me? But it just shows what fear can do to someone. Fear of having to where a bitch ain't trying to eat. They so nauseous and nervous. And when he was eating, he was like shaking, boy. Like I know that food was good. You feel me? So it ain't like I was, you know, baiting him up by like, look what you missing out on, bro. Let's go over there and take him out. You feel me? Like, and I wasn't trying to do nothing like that. But I was trying to see for myself if he was actually hungry. And if he wasn't, he wouldn't have accepted them trays from me. So it's not like he was giving that gentleman his trays because he wasn't going to eat it because he don't like it or nothing. He literally just was trying to avoid problems. And it's crazy, man, the type of people you meet in there. That'd be the same person on the streets that you'll see and carry themselves like a loose cannon and act like they, you know, made it through their time or, you know, may never ever go back to prison again. Or they may feel like, oh, I know how to make it through prison now. If I ever go there, I just give someone my lunch and dinner and they'll leave me alone and I'll be straight. Well, after about 3 to 3.5 months that I told y'all he was still in the dorm with me, guess what happened? He was walking around the rec yard one day and a basketball from a basketball game flew and hit him in the face. He got mad that the ball hit him in the face. So he grabbed the ball and threw it over the gate, over the chicken wire, like over the gate. Some people on the basketball court ran up to him and started jumping him. They shoved him on the ground, started kicking him, jumping him, you know, not beating his ass bad, but they were doing a little something to him. And what do you think the dude he gave the trays to did? Nothing. Nothing at all. That dude wasn't going to protect him either. It ain't like that dude was stopping him from being beaten up or stopping from other people trying to extort him or trying to pick on him. That other dude didn't do a damn thing but just sit there. You feel me? I seen him a couple times get the tray from him and hand it to other people. And now he got them people in the hole. So he's selling the trays he don't like when really he still gets to eat. He's selling his tray, making a profit off of his tray. You feel me? And that shit's just crazy because you will find a lot of people in there like that. A lot of people. Straight up. There's so many people that bow down that when you're a solid individual and you're a real one and you can rock an ass whooping, you can rock a black eye, you'll rock that bitch. Walk around like it's part of your outfit. You feel me? People ain't trying to fuck with you and pick on you or take nothing from you because there's so many people in there giving that shit away, bowing down to them. That's letting that shit slide on a day-to-day basis. All the time, y'all. Talking about every single day. This man was extorted for months of his trays. Even though the dude didn't walk up and take it, he went there and dropped that shit off to the dude faithfully for months. And it all started over one tray. See? They knew he was weak. They proud on him. I ain't like that shit. That's why I decided to try to intervene. But like I said, I'm nobody's war daddy. And I'm definitely not going to defend someone who ain't going to defend theirself. Because then that means it's all just my problem. I could have beat up the dude that fucking was taking his shit and then got jumped by one of his homeboys and somebody else, went to confinement, got wet up, poked up, went to the box and all, and then they would have told that dude, guess what? Since you said something to him, we want your breakfast tray also. You owe us 3 trays a day now. And what you think he would have did? Here, master. There's your breakfast. Here, master. There's your lunch. Here, master. There's your dinner. See what I'm saying? That's why you gotta be careful with the shit you get yourself into in prison. Even when you try to be a good guy. Good guys don't always get the good side. They get the shit end of the stick sometimes too. That's why you gotta peep and observe and learn everything about the situation and the individuals that you are about to get involved with before you stick your neck out there and you dive into that water and put your face on a situation. Feel me? But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video on up. I just wanted to tell y'all how this man was literally extorted for months now, over one tray. Payment that he didn't pay on time, or maybe he said, I'll pay you tonight's chicken, and then it ain't chicken. It was fucking beef patty. So then he ate it because he told the dude I'd give him chicken and it wasn't chicken. So I ate it and then the dude was like, where my tray at? What do you mean? I told you I'd give you the chicken tray. Tonight, no, it wasn't chicken. They bucked us. Oh, so you ate my tray? That's it, bro. I got something for you, bro. Now your ass don't eat. We're going to make sure your stomach touching your back by the time you EOS from here. That's the type of shit that goes on in prison. But anyways, y'all, I'm going to wrap this video on up. Like I said, I appreciate y'all watching, man, and rocking with the channel. Y'all already know, man, keep y'all head up. Keep them squares, rats, clowns out your circle. And until next time, this is Frog.